Alright guys, what's up? We are back with another video on Spice
What up,
Guys TCG. Okay, I was gonna introduce you, bro.
bro? Chill.
Should I keep this in? Okay, I'm keeping this in. So I wanted to introduce Somil because Somil has officially 1x Serial in the bio. How does it feel, Somil?
It feels good. I mean, a lot of the people watching, they can't relate, and that means I'm just better than you. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I don't know. I'm like, you can take what I say as like advice, genuine advice now.
Yeah, the Metafy will be released soon, but all jokes aside, Somil actually did get, I believe it was your first one, right? Your first grand battle?
Yeah, my first grand battle.
Yep. 5 rounds, hard fought, and bro got the cereal. So do you want to talk a little bit about the experience and about your list?
Yeah, for sure. I hadn't played in person One Piece in a long time, so I was, a bit worried. I did practice some webcam games against Nami with my friend Dylan, and that let me, get used to like playing with the actual physical cards because I was just a sim warrior for a while.
Hmm.
So I mean, the tournament, my matchups like pretty standard besides my round one, which was yellow kid, but usually like your round one is probably going to be the weird one. And I think after that it like starts evening out. Like by round three, you should be all like normal decks. So I went against two aces. I think it's a generally pretty good matchup. Like you want to go first. Like you actually want to go first. Like they will actually try to take first from you and not go second. But even if you're going second, I think it's fine. I think sometimes you just gotta focus on playing your second, like a second six cost NL instead of just like playing one. Like you could, a lot of times people I think get baited into like clearing like Boa or something. Like you play your NL, they play Boa, and then you try to next turn you play 4 drop Gamma Knife clear. But I think it's just better to play another 6 cost, and then you can like probably double clear whatever they do next pretty easily. Emu, it's I think it can be hard. I mean, it was harder for me because I didn't see my 6 cost until like the turn before I killed him. I think it was very late, so that was scary. But it's still like I don't know. They really run out of cards because you're just pinging them so much. They can't remove all your 1 drops unless they're running like the 3 cost guy,
Hmm.
Rosward or whatever. And Nami is hard, of course, definitely the hardest. And you just hope they get unlucky, which is what happened. My Nami opponent did not see like any of their important pieces really, like when they needed it. So I was able to cook them.
Nice. Did you think about splitting the pricing, or were you just like, no, I'm gonna take this?
I didn't think about it at all actually because I'm like the guy's playing Nami and literally people like after they heard about us like to my face they're like me and the guy were sitting by each other, right? And everyone was finding out, oh, it's Nami versus another. They're like, yeah, Nami just wins this. Everyone was saying that to my I'm right there, bro. I'm right there. I'm hearing this. And the Nami player is like, bro, you guys are gonna jinx me and stuff. And that is what happened. He got jinxed.
Mm.
Um,
You didn't want to take the disrespect. You said, I'm gonna stand on business.
I mean, yeah, it's also just like I feel like if you're playing Nami and you're good at the deck, like no way you're accepting a split offer from an NL player, right?
Yeah, that
Like
makes sense.
you're like, so I don't want to disrespect him by being like, yo, I know, I'm like, it's a very low percentage matchup for me to win. I'm like, and I don't know the guy, so
Oh, that also,
I like
yeah,
didn't
that
really
doesn't
know
help.
anyone there.
That makes sense. All right. So off of that, we had an idea. So I know that the people love their tier lists, and we didn't have one at the beginning, but now it's actually better. Now we could give you guys a mid-season report to take to your most likely 2 or 3 other grand battles, or if you only signed up for one at the end, now's your chance to see what data backed is doing the best.
So, yeah, I mean,
So
realistically, it's gonna be a lot of locals, and like you just gotta figure out what your local meta is to play around that. Like over here, I feel like Purple and L isn't that present, so it's mostly like a lot more Namis. Like there were like 6 Namis out of the, I think like 28 people that are on my event, and they like 4 of them lost round one, which was why I was super happy.
yeah, I think that's going to be the case for these grand battles worldwide. I think that the NL players, including myself, are just sick of the Nami matchup, so a lot of them are dropping the deck. Nami is, as we will see soon, the most popular deck, not only because it's the strongest, I believe it's also one of the easiest to pilot, and it's yellow. So for those reasons, Nami is by far, I think, going to be the most representative
Yeah.
deck. But let's start off with this. Even with all that being said, I think NL still deserves the S tier spot because you just absolutely mollywop so much of the other fields that it's
Someone
not Nami.
brings anything rogue, you win against, basically. Like anything rogue, and then most other decks you win against.
Yeah, it's a similar case to Ace and Emu when we were in that format, where Ace had a relatively good time into Emu by the stats, but Emu, any rogue deck that Emu faces, just absolutely destroys.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is now the case with like NL and Nami.
Nami's like, yeah, let me see only NLs, basically, or like some other shitty decks.
And then the NLs are here to destroy the Nami counters, which there are a bunch of, which is why we have a whole tier just for dodge NL, because this tier is most likely going to be filled with just the Nami counters.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, I think there's going to be no debate. We're just going to put Nami right here next to NL
for sure
as the top two decks. Unfortunately, not much has changed from the regular battles. These are still the two kings of the court.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go first with the Nami list since we showed it NL. This one is a more teched out version. I believe the thought process of this is that we already win the NL matchup, so we don't really need as much thriller slop. So,
I think this works out better for like the mirror.
And also for like other rogue decks, I'd imagine. Like if you're playing against Ace, I'd imagine that this 5-cost Luffy is gonna be putting in a lot of work.
Super premium.
And you still
you play 7 cost into it also, which is like you have 2 bodies.
And on top of that, we're still like not completely disrespecting NL. We still have like 2 Wiper in our back pocket just in case.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we have some other cards that have been unleashed. The Red Rock also helps with the Ace matchup. In addition, you also have the Beige, which is just another like fuck you trigger.
This is gonna catch people off off guard.
Yeah, if you haven't played the game for a while and you see Beige trigger, yeah, have fun, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're playing against Nami, you're not expecting Beige trigger.
Well, if you just haven't played the game for a while, you won't know what happens. And Red Rock trigger too, just bottoming a 4. Yeah.
True. That came up against my Nami game. That shit bottomed my Frankie.
Damn. And the worst part is that you can't really play around it as an L2. You have to order a specific way.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not gonna vary the Frankie because I would need to vary the other NL to play around, like, you know, Piranha.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, obviously good deck. This is one of the cooler variants. You could see more variants everywhere on your timeline. So
yeah, it's mostly gonna be the Thriller slop. But...
Yep. Next, we're gonna go with the first one in the Dodge NL. We have a 3-time red-green Luffy serial winner. And there's
he's a good player, but it's also very funny that he just went against 0 NLs.
Not a single NL. And
out of 50, the odds are gotta be so high. I mean, gotta be so low to not see an NL. I mean, I don't know how the European meta is, but
yeah, definitely a statistical anomaly. But I can see that we are text for it. Roundtable, I'm sure, is for the 6-cost NLs. So
yeah.
I mean, just makes it even easier for them to get the W. I think this is definitely one of the top tier competitors, and it's gonna go right in the Dodge NL list.
Yep.
Next, we have blue purple. So this is another one that has a pretty favorable matchup into Nami, a pretty favorable matchup into Ace. I wonder what the red-green matchup is, but I'd imagine that...
I mean, you have huge guys. Like, one of your guys takes up, like, what, 2 or 3 of their leader effect. So,
but
as long as you Sanji big guy, I think it's chill.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Blue-purple is still the do you see Sanji deck, where if you don't see Sanji, your deck is just the worst version of, like, Ace.
And, like, yeah, you should be pretty chill against RG early. Like, they're not going to hit you that hard early.
Exactly. I think it definitely depends on how many of Sanjis you play to double big guy. Or with this nice build, you can triple guy. Not many decks, including an L.
Yeah.
And L probably can't deal with that either if they can get to that state.
Also, all your big buddies are out of Lunar range, so, you know,
exactly.
You're chilling.
Yeah. So I think this one is also a strong competitor that goes right there.
Yeah.
Next, we have Bell Luffy. So this one is, so this is gonna maybe get us a little flack, but this one I still think you want to dodge like good NLs because good
I would
NLs should be
agree.
able to beat you, but bad NLs you just absolutely destroy
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. I think the beige is also just is very good. Like that is gonna win you games, I'm sure.
Also, I think this is pretty
But like
bold
yeah,
because like Nami, they said it too.
yeah.
I cannot believe that they have not faced a single Nami. I don't know if I'd recommend this one to our viewers.
Yeah. I don't know, can this deck do good into Nami? I mean, no, Nami is hard because 7k. Like you basically have to you're pulled into like the line of Robin into like Bell Luffy to
Yeah,
be able to beat Nami. That's like your lines.
and this guy is probably doing a lot of work too, but Red Rock
Yeah, like
exists.
but you have leader effects, so who cares?
Oh, you're so right. See, that's why we're co-hosts.
Yeah.
But your leader is like not swinging for like the entire game into Nami.
Yeah.
So
Like you'd have to stick like two wipers, but even then wiper you're just probably just putting the John on wiper to swing 7.
exactly. So I think that this is. I'd put this. This should be a. This should be a B. I think. I think this should be one
Yeah.
less. All right. Sorry about that. We're back now. So I think this is. I don't think it's a bad choice, but I definitely think C is like you
Yeah.
can bring it.
If you know the skill level of the players around you, like around the NL players around you,
Hmm.
then this might be a really good choice if it's heavy and NL heavy. But I think yeah, you really don't want to see Nami.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And since Nami, for at least me and Soma's experience, has been the most popular deck, I would be scared to bring that.
yeah,
So next we have Mihawk. So this list is pretty interesting. As we were talking before recording, we're even running Toshigi to, from my understanding, to have another law target.
yeah. That's my thing is I believe NL is a really hard matchup, and I think Toshigi is for that matchup. So you can double body with Law and Toshigi, and you can't like they can't immediately freeze Toshigi. They would have to minus it 1k.
Hmm.
So I feel like the double removal or double freeze and stuff is tougher. You just probably want to spam 6 Custla on the matchup. I'd assume.
And I definitely think that there is a way out with an L, which is this guy right here. If there's a single turn where one of your 9 Mihawks live, you are so winning. Because their 6 and L is just going to be
Yeah.
Labubu staring the entire time.
Yeah. You
Also,
do that into like become 7k leader with Law Beppo.
yep. Also, this person's bracket, yeah, you cannot give this guy any shit about the bracket. Nami, Anel, Nami, Ace. Absolute all meta. That is very funny.
Yeah.
So I think though you still want to dodge Enel because usually Enel's
I
just
would
going to be
say
clearing your
so.
board the entire time. But
I think as long as the NL player does not pitch all their lightning dragons for cycle and leaves and keeps them actually for freezing your shit, I think they pretty much have it like super favored.
yeah, so I think I want to put this one at dodge Enel.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Next we got another one that's more off meta. We have red black Sabo. So this one will also see that there's one deck missing here. Would you be able to help me out with it?
I don't know. Did we ask the audience?
Yeah, put a comment in the chat. So I'm just gonna put this one right here.
Yeah, like it's pretty hard to know. They basically just clear all your stuff pretty fast, and even when you double body with with dragon, like you're definitely like low in life and probably cards in hand
Yeah, and
by
you
that
can't even
point.
like pressure them early game because your leader is like a 4K.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine your Nami matchup is great though. I mean that's like the common thing with all these decks.
Your Nami matchup definitely has got to be pretty nice because you get to play your 6/8 blocker and free block so much, and nothing's getting removed. Like the Rayleigh might hit some removal, but other than that, you still got to you can double develop with your dragon and you're chilling. I think.
Yeah, it just seems like a pretty free matchup.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we got the one that shocked me the most, Buggy. Now this
Yeah.
one actually faced an NL, but I have to imagine the matchup was really tough.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened. Like, did the NL break? Like, or did they just only have 4 drops and didn't have removal for the 7 cost buggy? I don't know.
I don't know either.
'Cause it definitely seems like everything is pretty removable because you have Mamaraga and you don't have to like, Elthor or stuff. You just get to fucking rest everything and swing into it.
Yeah.
And Croc Mihawk does not protect against that.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, Croc Mihawk is just a removal victim himself, and then once you remove him, this is all authorable.
Yeah, 100%.
But bro got it. And this is another one where
Got it.
it's like your Nami matchup is probably phenomenal.
Like, yeah, if
Mihawk
your local
matchup
doesn't
is
have much
also
NL, this
phenomenal.
is low-key really good. Like, yeah, you remove everything in Mihawk, you remove. I mean, you get to just cook Nami, and they really can't do much to you. You get to remove their stuff and develop your big guys,
Probably beats Ace.
and they can't
too.
remove your shit.
Like,
Ace, yeah, you remove their Whitebeards. Oh, Buggy's a solid deck for sure, and I think the unblockable Sanji's gonna catch people off guard because they're gonna forget.
Yep.
They won't expect.
But I think with all that glaze, I think unfortunately I'm putting this one in the Pirate Party. No, you beat
Yeah.
you beat Nami. Okay, no, I'll put it in Dodge now.
Yeah.
All right, next we got a couple more that we didn't source the lists for. So the next one I think we should talk about is Ace. I think
Very good deck.
Ace might be. We could rearrange these later. I definitely think Ace is like towards the top end of the Dodge and Ls.
Yeah, I think if you're able to go first as Ace, you actually it makes the NL matchup considerably better for you. And like I think against not the best NLs and stuff, you can really steal the games from them.
Yeah, 6-cost Boa is a real problem. So these blue decks that can play it, it's
And like
phenomenal.
as I was talking about earlier, like I think a lot of the worst NLs might just they play their one NL, it gets frozen, then next turn they just go remove the Boa and they kind of waste their resources on that instead of just developing more pressure on the board.
Yeah, very true. Very, very true. Next, we have Yellow NL. I don't know where to put Yellow NL. I'm not a big Yellow NL player.
I think good purple NL is generally beating yellow NL, like,
and I don't know if you beat
90%
Nami
of the time.
either.
I don't think so. 7K leader, that's rough.
Yeah. I'm going to put you in the party. I think we put you in the party, chat.
I think you can argue that maybe higher because I think the deck really depends on how your opponents play into it. So
But all these decks
it really depends on your locals.
The meta in the game just keeps progressing to higher and higher power levels. I feel like your gimmick is just like not as, especially in like this blocker heavy meta where so many of the like 8K blocker, 8K leader, like 7K leader.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, this one especially, you could just live forever. It's like, oh, my opponent can stall for 2 turns. That's fine. I'm just going to go get, like, some food across the
I've
screen.
had many games as purple NL against yellow NL, and it's like, I go to 0 life, but I'm not scared of dying, because I just, like, play blocker every turn, remove full board, and, like, I'm super chilling.
Yeah. So, I can move it up, but I don't feel that crazy about it.
Yeah.
Zoro? Okay. I feel like most of this is, like, do you beat this? Do you beat this? I don't think you beat Nami, and I don't think you beat NL. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't think you beat either.
And since that's the case, I think you go here. I think it's just that simple. This one is interesting. We were talking about this one prior to recording.
Like, it really sucks against Nami now. Like, it used to be good against Nami, but Nami now cooks it. And I think purple NL, you can win, I think, going second especially, but if they take second from you, like, it's pretty rough.
Mm-hmm. Plus, like, your games are like go on forever too, so yeah, I think I'd put you here or maybe here. That may be too disrespectful.
It is a good Pirate Party deck.
Bro. Next, I think this one is definitely a dodge NL. Oh.
Yes, for sure.
You definitely.
We did have a list, Loki. Code Michael. He got the cereal with Rosie.
Okay, let's do a cut here. All right, so we're back. We couldn't find the list, but yeah. So our friend got Perona. Our friend got Yamato playing the Rosie list. I'm gonna guess it's like decently standard. I think there's Borsalinos. Maybe we'll be able to put it in after the fact. But yeah, it's because you have a good matchup here. I believe.
I mean, he says in the tweet, he's just like Dodge Penel simulator, and yeah.
Yeah, like the only thing that might be troublesome, maybe, is like Mihawk. Wait, it doesn't protect against bounce, right?
I think Ace can be troubling for sure, Jozu.
Ace might be troubling. Red green might be. I don't know. Plus, they can like stun your whole board, but I don't think it's bad. I definitely don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad.
Next, we have another mono black deck. We have Teach. So now we play the game. Do you beat this? Do you beat this? You for sure 1,000,000,000% should win every Nami matchup.
Yeah.
So just
I
don't do
think
that.
Anel should beat you pretty fast. Like, as long as they don't like somehow like lose all their 1-drops immediately, like
Yeah.
got it.
You could still fight against a lot of these. Red green, I think you absolutely destroy. Because then
And
they
Loki,
just-
like if you do leader effect like early enough against Anel, they won't be able to spam the 1-drops and they'll run out of gas. So like there is a possibility where you can win those.
yeah.
You know, it's
I
not
definitely
it's
don't
not
think
it's
that-
not a loss. Not guaranteed loss.
Now this one is doesn't win against here. I don't think.
Bro, it's a
wins
pirate
against
party
here.
deck, bro. It loses to both
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah, we're back in Pirate Party. Now let's play the same game. This one should beat Nami, and there's been a lot of like
It's hard. It is hard though. Still,
It is hard.
But I
But
think
I saw
so.
someone recently. We'll see if we can find it. Who just won a
Well,
full
actually,
regional.
Red Rock, right? Red Rock makes it a lot worse.
Oh
no?
my go. Yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot about Red Rock.
And I think Anel, if they're a competent player, they should still have you on the ropes. They
Fuck.
just just avoid your board and just like beat your face in.
Low-key, Red Rock is like kind of really bad, like insanely bad. So I might be C now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
unfortunately, I also think the same thing with Lucy. I think you already weren't winning the NL matchup, and now that Nami has Red Rock,
Well, Loki, I still think you can beat Nami with the Red Rock. I mean, it is harder, but you need to also have Nugget in your list.
yeah. So, do you want to put it up, or do you still think it's? I don't think.
I don't
it's
know.
dodgeable.
It is. Nami matchup has got considerably worse for sure. So I don't know. I think yeah, probably a C.
Let's do a little bit of rearranging. So, of these two, who is stronger? Who is the king of the grand battles? You feel?
I still want to say Nami. I mean, not Nami. Anel, because Anel just has the way better matchup spread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now you're just trying to dodge one thing, and all of these things are like victims to you.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And now let's go for this area. I think that these three feel right.
I feel like Rosie, I'd probably swap with like UP.
That makes sense. Which one's better, Rosie or Mihawk then?
I feel like Mihawk is better. I don't know. It's more versatile.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I think that Teach is better than these two.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Over here, I mean, are we organizing this?
Lucy to the top, I think. I don't
Sure.
know. Yeah.
Lucy's at the top. This is probably second.
Probably move Loki. I want to move Zoro down to tier.
Yeah, that's fine. Loki, my
And I
main
think
priority to our
Croc better
fans
than
is like
Anel.
this one. These two are the most confident, and then this is like
sure.
have fun, bro.
Yeah, and you can definitely we saw Buggy win and stuff like
You
I don't
can
know.
do it. It depends on your skill, your opponent's skill, bracket, matchup,
Yeah.
what you draw, dice roll. But this is just like a blanket like statement, assuming everything is equal, all player level, all skill, all dice roll, etc., etc.
Yeah,
So I feel pretty happy about this.
just
Steve.
play what you like, honestly.
Just play what you like, guys. We're just trying to help you if you want like the highest from what our feelings are for like the highest stats for you to win. But we're playing the game, guys. Just have fun. If you want to have fun,
Like
have
you
fun.
see, we see Croc at C here, but like we just seen it perform well at a regional. I mean, granted, it's not extra grand battle format, but it just got second, right, at
Yeah.
a regional. Like a good player can make these decks work.
Exactly. So and then do what you want, but this is our 2 cents if you wanted to hear them. All right, and I think with that we're gonna close.
And I
out
have a
the video.
cereal, so this is like legal advice.
Yes, true. Yes, do not forget, Sormil now has a cereal. So now this channel is 100% more valid.
Yep.
All right, and with that we're gonna close out. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Peace.